All right, here we go. Now bring it on. Come on.
Okay. Joanna Jedrzejczyk, right? So all week you see her trying to poke and prod Rose Namajunas, and Rose was having no part of it. I mean, she punched her, essentially hit her in the face at the press conference, and Namajunas just did nothing.
Yeah.
How was she able to do that in the face of all that she was dealing with?
I don't know. She seems like she's got a pretty good like Zen-like quality. Like she can take herself to just, I'm focused. I don't even know what's around me. It's weird because when she first cut her hair, she looked kind of made her look like a badass. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then I guess we've just gotten used to it. Where now she just looks like, just can't be bothered with dealing with my hair right now. I'm too relaxed.
First off, she's a beautiful woman. You know that. Yeah. But she's one of the very rare women that can do that to her hair and not look completely just messed up. But the thing about Rose is that Rose, she does not show emotion. And it's crazy because she never does. This isn't like just on some instances, man. It's nuts because she dates Pat Barry, who's probably one of the most emotional guys you've ever seen ever.
It's the yin and the yang. They gotta, opposites. The opposites balance each other out. What are you doing? If you guys hear DC cutting in and out, he just decided for some reason his blanket wasn't quite comfortable enough.
I was trying to grab my phone because I'm trying to add something up. But look, so what I've been hearing now over the course of this is that Joanna, she was kind of like putting on too much, right? It seemed like the more she tried to get into the head of Rose Namajunas, the worse it got.
The Boogie Woman felt forced.
She
kept saying the Boogie Woman's gonna get you. Boogie Woman's gonna get you. It felt like.
I thought it was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That was one of the parts that I thought was cool.
I really like her. I mean, I always thought she had that kind of like likable, like, she's pretty. I mean, she's so tiny and like frail looking, but at the same time like badass. So she kind of she seemed like she balanced those two things pretty well.
She's tough, and like we all thought that Joanna Rose had to take her down.
Yeah.
To win this fight, and man, she showed that she did not have to take her down at all.
Do you think? So as a casual observer, so I wrote notes during the fights, right? Because I got to remember this shit. I mean, a couple days to talk about this, and I for some reason I wrote down. I mean, because my memory's not good about it, but I felt like it was almost like she's this incredible striker, and obviously the fight wasn't that long, but it felt like it was just like 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that.
The fight
going in with these 1, 2, 1, 2, and I started thinking, is it possible? Like, is this one of these things where you change camp and it just doesn't work out that well? Is there something different?
I think that she fought. I don't think that she fought bad, right? So I think she fought good. I think that Rose Namajunas was just ready to win that fight. To be honest with you, she just was ready.
Yeah. So you think Joanna?
I don't think there was anything Joanna could have done. Honestly, she was just ready, man. She was ready to win that fight.
Yeah, she popped her the first time, and you thought, "Oh, okay, that's not going to happen again." And then all of a sudden, it's like, just nailed her. It was like
the first time it looked like she was off balance, right? So
it
looked like she was off balance the first time, and then the second time, she fucking just clipped her. She clipped her, man. She knocked her ass, man. It was like, fuck.
Who did Rose lose to when? Who was Rose's loss to? It was to who was the champion before Joanna?
It was Carla Esparza.
And
right?
is that who beat Rose before?
Carla Esparza. Carla Esparza just kept taking her down. Like she took her down over and over and over.
That's right.
She took her down over and over and over, man. So back
because that was when Rose was all hyped up right from the Ultimate Fighter.
She was
Dana White called her like the female, like she's a killer. She's Anderson Silva, and then she lost that fight, right? And that when the hype died, and then from then she's beaten everyone, right?
She's beaten everybody. She's beaten everybody afterwards, and they say that Trevor Whitman's striking system takes years to like get, like it takes years to get.
Yeah.
And they said that now she's got it. I mean, I didn't think for a second she could knock her out. I'm being honest. But she did.
Even in the interview, she was talking about, oh, yeah, I kind of thought it left. I mean, in practice, I've been getting everyone with the right, but I just kind of knew. Like, it sounded like, I mean, it's always retroactive, but it sounded like, shit, in hindsight, she seems like she's very comfortable and confident in her striking. It wasn't like she was like, well, I know Joanna's a great striker, and I just figured I would take her down, but I couldn't, so I just smacked her. She was more like, no, yeah, I've been practicing to just knock out the best striker in the division. No problem. It was what I've been doing. It takes a while. And then, of course, we just try to, take in this victory and enjoy it, and all we hear is, Thug Rose! Thug Rose!
Hey, Thug Rose, dude. Hey. That's all I could get out because I was like, oh, my goodness.
Oh, it must have been so.
Now, how does that work as a commentator? Do you will Joanna not like you now because of that?
No. It was a natural action because how can she dislike me after that when she beat up on Jessica Andrade? I was on the call and she got all the praise and credit, So I'm just doing my job. I have a job to do to tell the story of the fight, and there are times where fighters get upset at the way that I've told the story, but it's my job to tell the story.
Yeah.
And I thought Pure Excitement Man was like, oh my goodness, Rose Namajunas. So instead of yelling Rose Namajunas over and over again, I could get out her nickname, Thug Rose, Thug Rose, Thug Rose. It was awesome, and for the most part, people have really liked it. There have been, I was there a couple people. You're always going to get a couple, but the vast majority of the feedback has been positive for myself, Joe Rogan, and John Anik. People seem to be starting to like the three-man booth.
Yeah, I think it's a good combination. It's just such a fucking weird sport. It's like the high, one person's so high and one person's so low, and you look at like Joanna when they're, first it's like just kind of like I don't even know what it feels like, anger and disappointment and like, oh shit, this just happened, and then fine, I'll go over there and stand for the hand raising thing, and then it's just. I remember there was a shot of her where you just felt bad because you just looked at her and you just realized that she just realized
lost her world.
I'm not the champion, and maybe it's because you guys were talking before about her whole world as being this champion. That's what she's into.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you watch her, right, Nick? Every time she would defend, she would cry like she had just won the belt.
Yeah. If it was hard, it sucked to watch. Like, no matter if you I wasn't rooting for either one of them. I was just like, but you just felt bad because it literally hit her. It was almost like you felt like she was going to have an anxiety attack or something because she just realized, like, I'm not the champion anymore. And
it sucks, man.
Fuck.
Trust me, it sucks.
It's crazy.
When everything you've worked for really comes crashing down there.